Bring it down. All right, good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. My name is Darren Curtis. Let me just put my fancy binocular props down. Welcome to the show. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? It's great to see you all here. I see Barb is over in Twitch, and I see my buddy Kevin's over there as well. And, of course, our friends checking in on Facebook and as well on YouTube. We are streaming to 3 different platforms tonight. It is a pleasure to be here with you all. My name is Darren Curtis, and I like to try to bring original music, original bands, original artists from North America, from both sides of the river in Ontario and Canada, and of course in Michigan and the United States. Tonight is a night where I'm heading over to Canada. I wore my Just Drums shirt. Where do I go here? From Toronto, wrong side. There we are. I got my Just Drums shirt on tonight from Toronto. I have to get back to that store one of these days. It's kind of like a Toys R Us for drummers. So anyway, thank you all for the support and for hanging out with me Sunday nights at 7 o'clock. Every week I like to think that the show, technology-wise anyway, is getting a little better every night, every week. It's been a struggle if you've been here from... I'm going to start a bet. I'm going to start a bet, and we're going to have a thing going one of these days where will I unmute my mic or will I leave it muted? That's going to be a thing. But anyway, we'll see. Maybe we'll make a bet one of these days on whether I'll get through a show without forgetting to unmute my microphone. It's a thing. But thank you all for hanging out. It's so great to have you here. I have another wonderful show in store for you all. Another wonderful show in store for you all tonight. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited. I am heading over to Windsor, Ontario, Canada tonight. Excited to speak to my friend Mr. Sebastian Abt from the band HUTTCH. Before I started digging my heels into the band, I didn't actually know anything of them. And my dear friend, and I'm not sure if she's here yet, but Lauren Sherb, as we like to call her over on Twitch land, Sherb, if she's paying attention and watching right now, she is the reason that Sebastian is on the show tonight, because she introduced me to this band. And ever since I found out about them, I have totally been digging their stuff. And we have a lot of exciting and, of course, interesting stuff to talk about. They have some new music that we're going to discuss. I'm going to play some videos, as I always do. Pets Across the Water. To everyone who's sent in some pictures of your pets, thank you all. That's a fun little thing I like to do. But in the meantime, I think we should get right to it. What do you guys say? All right, let's head over to Mr. Sebastian Abt. We're going to bring him on camera right now. Sebastian, thank you for joining me. Welcome to Bands Across the Water, my friend. It's great to have you.
Thanks for having me, man.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Well, I got to say, you guys are from Windsor, and we were talking a little earlier that you guys formed almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years ago this year, is what we kind of concluded.
Yeah, it's a little hazy, but yeah, probably we've known each other since like high school now, and had some other friends playing with us, and the name changed. But yeah, I'd say HUTTCH is kind of creeping up. I think up to 10.
Well, that's good. Well, congratulations, and congratulations on the new music. And I also know you put out a new video as well for a song called Quick Fix.
Yeah,
that's great. We're going to play that for everybody a little later on. We'll save it.
Good. Yeah, Zach, pretty much our bass player, put that video together, and I'm kind of the guy sometimes with big ideas and not know how to get it all done. So it's nice to have, Zach, who has a bit more of a background in that field than I do a little bit. He went to London to do digital media, and things like that.
Yeah. What's the school in London? I forget. I remember.
Fanshawe.
Oh, he went to Fanshawe. There's actually a recording art school in London, I think, as well. Somebody will tell me what it's called. So my friend Barb is asking, is it 10 years with the same members? Asking on Twitch.
Yeah, pretty much. I would say we did have our buddy Dakota, who was the original drummer before we got Robbie, but yeah, for the most part, it's been a 3-piece for a while.
Is that Robbie Carvey? Servey?
Yep, Servey, you got it.
Servey, yeah. I see him watching over on Facebook. Well, hello to Robbie. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you send me a friend request and like my page as well, you guys. That's another thing. All y'all listening. Don't just come and watch. You got to like my page.
I'm glad Robbie's watching.
Yeah, right on. Well, that's good. So, so out of Windsor, everyone's born and raised from the beautiful city, the Rose City.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been here pretty much all our lives,
Awesome.
other than the occasional trip to Toronto here and there.
Awesome. Why don't you send a shout out to all the members of the band? We'll make sure we get everybody's names in there and what they do.
Yeah, we got me, Sebastian Abt, singing and playing guitar, and Zach Vivier on the bass, and Robbie Serby on the drums. And yeah, it's been exciting and challenging to keep it a three-piece. And we've definitely had our buddy Dan Dick, who's plays in the Brainy Alexanders, to help us out with keys. Like, we always throw it his way, and he's played with us live a bunch of times. And we do like playing with other people all the time, and it's just always felt the core is us three since high school. So
there's a lot to be said about that.
Love, yeah, it's I've always wanted to be in a band like the Tragically Hip, or something like that. Who, as friends, high school buddies, pretty much. But and nowadays you can do it, regardless, however you want. There's nothing stopping us from making music even these times.
Yeah, that's for sure. And in fact, we were sort of, I think a couple of messages on Instagram yesterday, or maybe the day before, and you were tracking at that point. You were like, "I'll get back to you. We're tracking right now."
Yeah.
So you're
that
tracking.
That was actually at our that was actually at our buddy Derek's, who's helped us mix and done. I believe he did 3 songs on Hutchino, or maybe it was 4. I think he did 4 actually. Of that last record. And he's just one of those guys with such a great ear, and he's an amazing musician, can always pick up like whatever. And we find times we're in the studio tracking with him, and he's playing along, and we're going, I hope you hit record, or
right.
So yeah,
got to capture the magic when it happens.
we like to give it to him to get us that extra level. We record a lot of stuff ourselves, demo wise. We're getting a lot better at that, and
good.
I think the goal would be hopefully to do something that like self-produced, that we've done 100% ourselves. But it's always, you need somebody else to have another listen to it, and definitely getting somebody else to mix it, the final product, and then somebody else to master it is still how we do our thing.
Right. Well, that's good. That's a great way to go. And the longevity of the band and being friends since high school, that's kind of a thing that you can't really, that's something that just happens. You can't, after high school, you can't just make that happen again. So, that's great. It's good to see.
It's at least harder,
Well, yeah, and you'll never go back to high school. Hopefully, once you get out of there.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I want to say hello to my friend Ira Blankenship, who is checking in over there on Twitch as well. Hello, Ira. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you to everyone for joining us. If you guys have any questions or anything like that you want to ask Sebastian about the band, about his car, about his shoes, anything at all, feel free to just throw them in the chat. He may or may not answer them honestly. That's all I have to say about that.
No, it's all lies.
It's all pure lies. Good for you. That's good. Well, great. So I kind of want to get into a song here. I think we should throw some of the music at these guys. If they saw the little advertisement that I made promoting that you were going to be on this week, they would have caught a little bit of this song in that advertisement. But I think this is a really cool tune. It's got a great vibe. Why don't you tell me a little bit about Get Up, and then we'll get right into the video, and let me know what you want to tell me about this song, about the lyrics, about how it came together, all the good stuff.
Get Up was definitely the first single that we picked off that record. And, we actually recorded it with somebody here in Windsor, goes by the name of Datsun now, it's his DJ name. And he was a drummer in the band called the Walkervilles, and we went to him and actually recorded at his place. He was the only one separate from all the other guys that we recorded with on that album. But we went to him because it had a bit more of a dancey vibe, and we were trying to kind of combine that with some more rock elements. And yeah, it just turned out to be, it was the first one we did, I think, right for the album, and it was the first single that we picked for it. So it was definitely the one that we backed for the album.
Awesome. Yeah, when I was listening to some of the songs that you had sent, and I was looking at some of the video links and stuff that were on your YouTube channel, which I do have out there. Let's see, youtube.com/c/HUTTCH. It's up in your up. That's it. That side. Yeah, you got it. You got it. So I was checking it out, and when I heard this one, it was one of the earlier ones that I had clicked on, and when it started rolling, I'm like, all right, this is cool. I'm going to use this for the advertisement. I'm going to put this a perfect song for that. Sure. So great energy. Sure. All right, so let's get to this one, shall we? This one is called, let me see, where are we? Get Up from HUTTCH. Check it out. Sebastian Abt on the show tonight with me, you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
So thrilling, watch you stomp your feet. This land is willing and forgiving to those who take heed. When you feel alone again, like the beaten path beat you know more than just a friend. One day I hope you see the thrill. Get out! But you're slowly losing me. I'm not a thing for winning, not a dusty shelf trophy. And you can have it all, but don't fall for jealousy. So when you feel alone again, like the beaten path beat you know I'm more than just a friend. I'm the ground beneath your shoes, just get out. Just like all the this is all that into roll. Just like all the you feel alone again, let the beaten path beat you. You're no more than just a friend. You gotta show me how to move. Oh, you gotta show me how to move. So get out! 'Cause it's all ready to roll. It's all ready to
Oh, yeah, Get Up from HUTTCH right there. Sebastian, that's a great song. Good tune, man. Love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
The video's great, too. The video turned out really good for you guys, huh?
I will have to say a big shout out to Ryan Bro, and who goes by Zebra Media, but he's a guy who you'll see in almost all of our videos that either put them together or helped us in some way, you know.
Awesome.
Photography, everything. That's our guy right now.
Awesome. So our guitar player, Johnny, EBX Johnny, over in Twitch checking in. All flames. It's lit. That's lit.
Nice.
And then also in Twitch, Dad's Mad. That's our producer, our engineer, our all-around Winnebago driver. He is the all-around go-to guy. He says they need to do a show with Day Sleeper. I love this. So if you haven't heard of a band called Day Sleeper, you should check out that band, Day Sleeper, because I agree with him. You guys would make a great bill, and they're from Michigan. And we were just talking, you and I, during that break about how when things get back rolling, we'll get a show together with Elsie Banks and HUTTCH and get you guys playing over here again as soon as we can. And Day Sleeper would be an excellent addition to that bill. So, yeah, Kevin's saying really good song. He likes it a lot. So
Good. I hope there's a big, flood of people going out to see live shows, after all this is kind of settled, in a sense.
Sure, yeah. How like, I know you guys have still been writing, you've still been tracking. Are you kind of tracking demo at this point, like demoing?
Well, we kind of decided to open up, I think, the vault of our demos, once we found out we were going to be not having any shows probably for the whole year. And that led us to diving in and starting to go back at songs we might have put on the shelf for sure. We demo is like how we write. Like, we'll set up mics in the studio, we'll record the whole practice, and sometimes we'll say, is today going to be a jam day or a practice day? And we'll do, if it's a jam day, we put the mics on and we go nuts. And, if we'll pick apart our songs, we'll say that was cool. And that's how the songs kind of at least either begin or start to fruition.
Yeah, the idea comes to.
Yeah, and I think we try to write the songs together, like everything. For the most part, I've written most of the lyrics, but now I think from this break, we've went into Zach's basement and hiding and have just been trying to go nuts and be a lot more open to everybody writing. I've told those guys, I'm like, you guys can write lyrics, as any better than I can, or whatnot.
Right.
And so I'm seeing Zach and those guys definitely. I would say Zach might have some of the bulk of the writing on some of these next songs I think coming up, which is great.
Awesome.
And I think they're obviously some of our best songs. Like once everybody weighs in, I need not how to tell Robbie how to drum ever when we go into a studio, and I think you would find it insulting for me to tell him how to drum. But
yeah, what do you know?
I know how to hold a beat, but he calls me Neil Young's drummer, sometimes. So.
Well, not that that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I
love Neil Young.
Still not a bad gig, right?
That's how I picture my drumming abilities to be a very low key drummer.
Yeah, which is, to be honest, I have never played in a band really, honestly, that I could have any other member in the band come and play the drums and I could go and do other instruments. It's never really been a thing.
Yeah.
So the fact that you could, your drummer could come out and sing lead vocals to, some Neil Young song sometime.
I've also forced Robbie, and the guys to sing, to help me out. Like, Robbie has to do drum solos as he sings now, it's kind of in the contract.
So when you guys were doing gigs, are you guys kind of doing original shows, or are you kind of got a bunch of covers under your belt and you try to do a full night and get a venue somewhere for a 45-minute set thing, or how do you guys roll?
We are, for the most part, obviously we'd love to go out just totally original shows, and for the bulk of them they are, but we're never disappointed when we have a gig that pays more than one of those gigs for playing covers and getting gas in the tank,
Yeah.
And also, that was the way we needed to get our visas to go play in the States last year. So we were lucky enough to find somebody to help us do that and be our guardian, almost to give us that gig we needed to get over there and play our own shows.
Right. Yeah, it is a process for sure. I think. I've gone through it myself, being a Canadian artist and trying to perform in the United States. I think a lot of, musicians from the United States don't realize that, you have to have a work visa. You have to get a work permit as a Canadian to perform over here. And, sometimes that process it can be based on one gig, or it can be based on a whole year's worth of gigs, The cost is the same, It's not exactly, I don't want to say fair, but it is kind of, I know that we as Canadian artists have kind of complained about this as a process for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I wish it was as easy as us going over and, whatever, to play our gigs. Sometimes even, DIY gigs have been turned out better than, maybe going through to get to a real proper venue.
Sure.
That was kind of something that we definitely saw on the state side, I think, that there's a little bit more lenience. And if somebody knows how to set those up, I mean, it could be really, really cool.
Yeah, that's for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, good stuff. So when was the last time that you guys were able to play over here then? Because you had said last year, was it like March or so when things sort of kicked in?
Yeah, it all started around March, and we had only played, I think we did get over to play one of those gigs at the beginning of the year, maybe January and February, but after that, once we realized the border was closed, we kind of had to be like, well, let's stick to maybe some Canadian dates, and even that was pretty much shot out. So
yeah, far and few between.
It's been, but I will say, the break has, I think, been one of the best things for us to not have any worry. If everybody out there was playing gigs and we weren't, I think we'd be upset. But
right.
Since everybody's kind of in the same situation, there's no pressure, and it's been a really great writing process. But I got a feeling by the spring and everything, hopefully we can see some things in place where we can get out there again. But
right. Yeah, it's I think that's a common theme that I'm hearing from a lot of different people right now is everyone, misses the gigs, misses playing in front of an audience and the whole feeling of that, but it's also kind of, I think, I can't say this for every band or every artist, but I think in a lot of cases it's allowed us to sort of explore maybe some avenues or give some time to something that we may not have done had we just sort of status quo and been at as busy as normal. And for myself, for example, this show coming together was all part of the time that became available during all of this, and our band as well. We've been working hard on our 4th record right now, so it's been really nice, and
I think it's given us a good opportunity to try and learn how to use the tools that we should really be
good point.
Even this interaction, the promotional skills. Me myself, I'm not a big. I find it hard to self-promote, but it's obviously easier when you have 2 other guys to help you,
Sure.
or whoever. But yeah, now we've kind of had to hunker down and figure out, how we're either going to approach this or, learning how to edit the music videos ourselves, trying to figure out, well, we need more content, and
right.
You don't want to just become a t-shirt venue for your band.
Right,
we just want to sell t-shirts all day. We want to kind of let people on board in a bigger sense.
Right. Well, you kind of
at
said
least
it
as much as you can.
You kind of said it yourself with the other members of the band stepping up with helping with lyrics and maybe more of the songwriting or the ideas or the riffs or whatever it might be. That's the case, I think, in a lot of different outside of the band creating music. The person who looks after the videos, the person that looks after those people are as important or more, because they bring it to life for you. Lauren, we were talking about Lauren Hedges. She's actually done a couple of videos for us as well, and she does a great job. And it makes a lot of difference to have those ingredients, all working for the same flavor, So
yeah. I see a big future in hopefully people being able to support, your favorite artist immensely. You know what I mean?
Right.
This way, there's been a lot of bands that do the Bandcamp albums, for sure. And I know that the people that I really like, I'll go pay, whatever for their album and, try and support them as much as possible. And
speaking of which, HUTTCH.bandcamp.com. I want to make sure we get that out. It's up there on you.
Yeah, that's the best thing you can do, obviously, is keep listening, and if you want to buy some merch, no problem, we'll send it over, and but we're just looking to try and shoot more music videos, and really start packaging maybe EPs and singles, and then, finding a really good thread of songs for a full length. Hopefully we can do it as much ourselves, and also working with some of the great people we worked with already, like to keep picking their brains. And, we've had great people mix our albums, like great people being able to be in the studio with someone like Aaron Goldstein from Toronto, Baldwin Street Sound. He's a great studio. And, those sometimes you would never expect to be working with some people or meeting people in this industry. And sometimes all you got to do is ask,
Yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right. I think, if people are afraid to ask for help sometimes, and thinking that it might be a sign of weakness or something like that. But the way I kind of look at that is, if someone is, willing to ask me for some help, that if I have something that they see in me that I can offer, man, I take that as a huge compliment. Like, wow, you came to me with something that means something important to you, and you want me to try to help you do something with that,
I think the hardest thing for us right now is to find maybe somebody that could help us book shows more. And, we would love to have somebody that could, help us in that aspect a little bit more. We have no problem doing our own booking. Like, we've been doing that for a long time, and had other people help us in the States, like a booker that we worked with there. But, we are like, we might not be road ready now, but like we were road ready, like, before all this. And we've had a nice break to kind of wrap our heads around the writing, and hopefully we can try and make, we're not going to make up for lost time, but it's going to be an even better time, I think.
Right. Yeah. I agree with you. Kevin over in Twitch, he said he would love to mix a song. That's our producer, our main man.
It's easy as sending it these days.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, he had a contest on one of his Twitch episodes. He had a contest where he asked people to send in, a song that he would mix for them, and he chose a winner, and he mixed a song for them, and, it was pretty cool deal. So, yeah, that's great. Yeah,
nice.
Awesome. Well, what do you say we head into what we're going to talk about next here will be this latest stuff that you just released. I know it was a 3-song EP, is that correct?
Yep. 3-song EP, and we had this one. Yeah, we had this one for a long time, actually. I remember when we finally posted it, Aaron, which I just mentioned, we recorded with in Toronto, and he was like, it's been a long time, but it's so great to hear him now. And
I see.
Like we said, we had him in the vaults, and I think at the beginning we had a different route of where we were going to start pushing the songs, and these other heavier ones that we had recorded at Union Sound in Toronto. We decided that we didn't really want to play those songs or give them away while there was no audience to kind of react, like to maybe some more, songs we were just playing in front of a live audience on January, and they were going, bananas for these songs, it felt like. So we wanted to keep them till we get to play on the road again. So that's why we kind of dived into some older ones. And so
awesome.
These 3 new songs, that they're all very different in a sense, but I think it's a really good listen all the way to start to finish these 3 songs here.
Awesome. So Kevin said that the band that won that was Steve Oriot. I'm not sure. He was actually from Windsor. He's a country artist from Windsor. So he was actually the fella that won the contest that time. So
nice.
Awesome. Well, that's good. So these are kind of older songs that you wrote and recorded a little while before and released it a little later on. 3 songs.
Right.
What's the name of the EP? Do you have it officially as a package, or is it all? How do you get this stuff?
We called it the Quick Fix EP, and I was just off the title track of the first song there. So Quick Fix, How About You, and then One Step at a Time. And there's a video that Zach did that he put together. I kind of had a crazy idea of just a bunch of different, almost like the end of a showcase, or if you ever seen the end clip or whatever their logo was. But he did a great job, and it's just kind of a bunch of random clips of any kind of quick fix or quick hit that you want, in a sense.
Gotcha. It's a good song.
Hopefully we can keep doing it ourselves.
Right. Well, that's good. No, and you guys have been plugging away. Like it's just like I feel for you guys because we're going through the same type of thing. Even last it's been probably 2 years now, but just booking ourselves to cross. We went on a couple of weeks back and forth across the U.S. and it was literally cold calling, and there was just a lot of work just to book you know, we ended up at the Whiskey A Go Go in Hollywood, and we played there, and then we turned around and we worked our way back, you know, and a couple of weeks later, but it was a lot of work, you know, and a lot of phone calls, and you know, how that helped. And especially in today's day and age, it's hard to book anything, obviously, right now, you know.
We were we were very lucky to have a great booker that helped us when we went to the States, and obviously the first time you go through there, a Canadian band, nobody really knows who you are, but we were greeted like very, very nicely from the community, and people, letting us crash at their place. Obviously that wouldn't happen now, but it was very nice, and we always tried to mention maybe we were a Canadian on stage for a little bit of extra help.
Right,
but, that only goes so far, and we definitely wouldn't have probably been to some of the places that we played if we didn't go out there, and it was very surreal, and in a small period of time. Like, it was only I think about 3 months, and we can imagine a band that has to do almost a whole year of touring,
Yeah, right.
Like nonstop. So one day, hopefully, we have enough shows booked to do it.
Let's hope we all can get to that point coming up as soon as possible,
Yeah.
huh? All right, well, let's
For
get
sure.
into this next video then off of your latest EP called Quick Fix. Why don't you just tell me a little bit more about this? I'm going to get it set up here, and we will go right to this new video. When did you release this video? How long ago?
I think it was around November.
Around November? Oh, so super recent then.
So yeah, this is definitely the newest video we've done, for sure.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to this. This one is called Quick Fix. Check it out.
I keep on gaming to the craving.
right, that is Quick Fix from a band HUTTCH out of Windsor, Ontario, checking in on bands across the water. Tonight I am speaking with Mr. Sebastian Abt, and I'm having a great conversation with him talking about all things HUTTCH. I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. I just wanted to remind you all to head over to Darren Curtis Drums on Facebook and be sure to click the like button on my Facebook page. You can also find me on YouTube. We are streaming live to YouTube right now as we speak to my YouTube channel over there. Some great big long link that I'm not going to share, but it's Darren Curtis Drums on YouTube. And of course over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Darren Curtis Drums as well. And on Twitch you can find all of the Elsie Binks family streaming over there on a relatively regular basis. Tomorrow my friend Kevin, Dad's Mad on Twitch over there, will be doing a production show. As far as I know, he's going to be bringing in some new stems, some new recorded tracks that we have done just recently for some of the new stuff for Elsie Binks. So be sure to tune in over there. It is twitch.tv/Elsie Binks over there on Twitch. So I just wanted to take a minute and remind you, or at least inform you, of who's going to be on the show next week. That's right. Next week, Angela Coppola from the Lowe's will be here. Next week, Sunday at 7 p.m. Bands Across the Water. Join me. Check it out. It's going to be a good one. Sunday at 7. That's right. I will have Angela Coppola from the Lowe's with me next week, Sunday at 7 o'clock. But tonight I am speaking with Mr. Sebastian Abt from the band HUTTCH. Let's get back to it, shall we? Sebastian, thank you for being here with me tonight, my friend. It's great to have you on the show.
Thanks so much for having me again, yeah.
Are you having fun so far?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
It's nice to, talk it all out.
Right? That's right. Sometimes it's just good to talk.
That's right.
Well, Quick Fix, great song, cool video. It's a neat concept.
Thank you, yeah.
I like it. Yeah, it was really well done. So shout out to your video one more time. Let's get his name and prop him in there for us.
Well, actually, Zach was the one who did that video.
Oh.
Yeah, our bass player there. So, yeah.
Even better.
I know. We're trying to do it ourselves, man.
Well, good. Kudos to Zach. I'm not sure if he's watching or not, but good for him for all the good work on that one. That was a good one, man. Good song. Great song.
Yeah.
So you had asked me a question on the break there about. Why don't you ask me that one more time? Because I'm gonna talk about that for a second.
Well, I want to know your dream guest to interview. I
thought that was a good question, and I had said to Sebastian that no one really ever asked me a question on the show, so he kind of stumped me with it. But I'm going to have to think about that, and hopefully I can get an answer by the end of the show for you. But I don't know if I have a dream guest. That's a hard one because there's so many awesome people that I would love to talk to.
It's like, what's your favorite band? It's an impossible question.
Impossible question. Yeah, there's so many things about so many different artists and different. Yeah, it's a great question. I'm excited. I have you on the show tonight, so that's a great episode already. And
nice.
My show next week with Angelo is going to be a good one too. I'm looking forward to that. And then I think it's the week after that. I have Johnny Rabb, who is the drummer for Collective Soul, and that should be a good one as well. So Tune
Very
in,
cool.
you guys. Bands Across the Water. It keeps getting better and better with at least the technology.
Yeah,
So I was,
for sure.
dude, I was having some troubles at the beginning, but we're getting there.
And always, you're gonna have troubles always when you start anything, man.
That's right. I have to send a shout out to my pal James Todd. He plays in a band called Abandoned Souls out of London, Ontario. Him and I go back a long way, and he was actually the first to walk the plank on Bands Across the Water on episode 1 back on November 1st. So, yeah, I said I would send a shout out to him for taking the guts to do it.
I hope you keep doing these, man, because maybe I'm going to keep listening and learning about more Michigan bands, you know?
Oh, nice. Yeah, absolutely. I intend on trying to roll with this every week, so that's awesome. I appreciate that. Good stuff. Well, I'm glad that you guys were able to come on, and I'm actually going to probably want to get some more names from you as well, because I've been looking for more Canadian bands, you know?
For sure. We can definitely pass some names along, you know?
Yeah, because
there's great talent around this area, you know?
Absolutely.
And the best way to see it is live, and we can't do that now, so we got to have some way to let people know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree 100%. I think it's kind of interesting, too, that, you know, this sort of platform or this sort of format gives people a sort of a different way to connect to the artists and the bands that they kind of like and love, you know, because it's one thing to be at a show and it's a busy place and, you know, you don't really get to talk to everyone, or at least as much as you might like to, you know, and in this case, you know, they kind of get to see a side of things that they don't necessarily always get to see, you know.
I love that people are doing more podcasts about music and everything like that. I've loved listening to comedians' podcasts, and they seem to always talk about the writing process, but you know, I've always wanted to hear more, you know, musicians talk about their writing process, and now it's definitely more possible than ever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. That's awesome. Okay, so let's get into, and I will think about an artist if I can come up with someone, I will let you know.
Give me one.
Give you one. Okay. Well, I mean, I have a favorite. One of my favorite drummers is Mike Mangini. He plays in a band called Dream Theater, but he's really well educated. He's a Berkeley professor. He's, you know, he's got a lot of interesting stuff, but he's, you know, a super extremely talented drummer and you know, artist. So he would be I did reach out to him, but I never got a response.
Maybe one day I'll come around.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm enjoying, I said this to you while we were setting up for the show. One of the byproducts of the show that I didn't really expect is I get to sit and listen to bands that I may not have ever heard of or listened to before. And it's awesome because, you know, like a band like yours, for example, you know, I'd never heard of you guys before until Lauren mentioned it. Then I started looking into it more, and I'm like, oh man, these guys are great. I love this. I love their stuff, you know. So it's nice.
We're not great at picking out names. I mean, when we were called State of Us, good luck trying to Google search us, you know. It's one of the reasons why we definitely changed it.
Right. That's a good point, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Kevin just mentioned that we've been recording our record live on Twitch. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. It's been a cool process, right down to drum tracking even. I'll go back and track on Twitch literally the drum track for a song for the record. You know, it's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a neat.
It is. I mean, it's amazing we have the technology when we need it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, you know, lucky enough.
Right, that's right, for sure. I can imagine companies like Focusrite have probably their sales have gone through the roof because getting any of these streaming devices there's some sort of a backlog. At least at first there was. I remember trying to get some stuff at like a webcam even. It was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's interesting to see people adapt because, you know, somebody might have not even wanted to do this before, but they just have such a passion for music. They go, all right, I got to do it. I got to figure out a way. And then they get over that ego of maybe not wanting to do things like this.
Yeah, right. That's right. Well, awesome. So let's get we'll talk about this next video we're going to show here a little bit. But let's talk about this song and this album and how this live version sort of came to be. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what album this is on, first of all, and how long ago you released this? Maybe how many albums do you guys have? Just tell me a little bit more about what's going on with this one.
Well, honestly, the HUTTCH, like the songs that we do have out on Spotify and everything, is really just our first EP and our full-length Hutchino, which Sedona was on. And we have these 3 new songs, but we're very hopeful that we're going to be dropping singles, maybe another batch of 3 songs. The way we've been writing is very kind of sporadic, and we have songs that are sitting there ready to be put with some other songs together. And, once we send them off to the mixing guys and whatnot, we're going to get it back and, figure out ways that we can promote them and drop them. So I'm sure this year is going to be, they're going to keep coming in a good basket full of songs.
That's good. That's good to hear. Well, I'm happy to hear that. So let's get into this next one, shall we? Why don't you tell me a little bit about this song and how did this live version sort of, because you have a few live versions of some of your songs now, right? Or at least 2, I think I saw.
We did a couple songs with our buddy Ryan Bro, and we filmed was our old jam space inside my dad's shop. There was an empty office upstairs, so
cool.
We recorded. That was where our jam space was at the time being, and we we wanted to promote our live show. I think it's a big aspect of our band, and a lot of people have told us nice things about how entertaining we are, like on stage, and how much they feel like it's everybody's included in the show, kind of fun time.
Right. That's great.
And this song just came about. The title itself, Sedona. I think we were just driving in Sedona when we were shooting the music video for Get Up, because we went to Arizona to just shoot a music video. We decided to book flights and go.
Nice.
And so this is one of my personal favorites on the album, Hutchino, actually. And lyrically, this one's about my grandpa racing horses.
Oh, nice. That's cool. A little tidbit of information for all the Hutch fans that probably didn't know that.
There you go.
See, we got all kinds of good stuff going on here. Awesome.
So I got all sorts of stories.
All right, well, good stuff. We'll get into a story after we show the video. Here it is, Sedona. This is a live version. And you said you guys just recorded this on the fly. You did a few songs at the same time?
Our buddy Derek Impens, who also recorded some of the songs of that album, he did the recording of it, and Ryan Bro did the filming of it, and we just wanted to capture with our buddy Dan on keys how well we can all jam out together.
Awesome. Yeah, this is great, and it sounds great. So here it is, you guys, Sedona from Hutch. Check it out, Sedona Live. Yeah, that's a cool song, man. Sounds great. Sedona from HUTTCH. That was a live version, too, and that sounds might as well have been in the recorded audio studio version.
That's right.
Nicely done.
Thanks, man.
Good stuff. So I was going to ask you about this next song. I thought it was going to be on this same album, but you're telling me this was on a different one. This next one we're going to
Yeah, Every Now and Then is one of the, I think it's one of the first tracks. I think it's the first track on the 5-song EP, the first one we put out, just self-titled HUTTCH, you know.
Awesome.
And
what year did you put that one out? Sorry, what year?
Oh, man.
Ish. I love putting people on the spot.
13? I don't even know, man.
So,
first one, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Beginning of HUTTCH was, because we decided to change the name while we were recording in Toronto.
I see.
So probably halfway through the recording, we're like, yeah, we're just going to go with this name now. And they're like, whatever, no big deal.
And was it from State of Us to HUTTCH? Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Just, we just wanted an easier name. We kind of even used the 2 T's probably for like a Waves or Always kind of homage, you know, like everybody. Two letters is the rage, man.
Right? Good. No, that's good. That's good. I think it was probably a very good choice to change your name from State of Us to this. It was not that State of Us was bad, but I think, like you said, you know.
But yeah, we get a lot of "Where's Starsky," you know, at the shows. So it's always a good time.
Tell them they don't know what they're talking about. That's
well,
not how
maybe they don't say it after the show.
That's
they
not
say
how he
before the
spelled
show.
it.
Then after the show, yeah. Then after the show, they know who HUTTCH is.
That's right. That's right. That's good. Awesome. So, how about plans for moving forward after stuff is sort of? Let's assume that things are going to open up and we're going to be able to. Are you guys going to get back to hitting the pavement and playing as much as you can? Or are you all just going to kind of take it easy and see how things go? Or are you gung ho ready to kind of get back at it? Would you say?
I'd say we're probably ready to get back at it.
Yeah.
I think we were already kind of taking like the winter off before the happened, and then we had started to, you know, the idea of what we were going to release and the next shows we had planned, and we really didn't have to cancel too many shows because we had been on a break. You know, that winter we didn't want to drive around at that time in the winter, and we came back, and then when we really wanted to go play shows, we couldn't. So, you know. I think we had a nice break, but now I think we're definitely itching to get back out as soon as we can, and as soon as we know the venues are gonna. We did have a show set up before the lockdown, but that one got canceled once it turned to the red zone, and they couldn't do it. Otherwise, I think we still would have gone up there and done a show that, you know, masks and people sitting down like they could. We would have done that for sure.
Right.
But yeah, the plans, I guess, is, you know. Do we either go to the States again, try and get those visas set up like we did last time, which we very well probably could. And, you know, obviously I think a dream of ours is to go play Europe, you know, one day. And we've seen Canadian bands do it. So, you know, we definitely want to do that. And definitely still, though, the biggest, I think, is to do the cross-Canadian tour. We really have not yet to be able to drive all the way to, like, Vancouver. And, I don't think we have the respect of our fellow Canadian bands if we don't do that yet. I mean, you know.
That's a good point. Yeah, you got to do across your own country before you go any other country, right?
We've gone as far as to Thunder Bay, and then as far as to you know, Nova Scotia, Halifax there. So
good. Well, you've gone to the east side. Now you got to get to the west side.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, that's great. That's good. Good for you guys, and I'm glad to hear that, you know, you're going to keep pushing forward, and you have been continuing to push forward with writing and demoing and recording, and, you know, it's a tough go right now for all of us, and I'm happy to see, you know, people finding their way in an unpredictable and an uncertain time, you know.
We've just had really great opportunities as well, like the past. You know, 2 years even of touring, the people that we met. This next song you're going to play is basically footage from our very first, like, East Coast tour, which brewery, Walkerville Brewery, kind of sponsored us a little bit, gave us some merch and free beer. And
shout out to Walkerville
we drove
Brewery.
out there. Yeah, and then, you know, we met a great friend, Natalie Lynn now, who's since changed her name to, like, Loviet. and her tunes are doing really great. Like, we love her stuff, and she's a total rock star. And
awesome.
You know, we got to do a CBC, I believe, in Halifax for the New Year's ball drop. It looked really great.
Awesome.
And yeah, I just you know, we've been very lucky to even have the opportunities that we have, even from a young band, which we were in this video, like you'll see. And the songs, we were very happy and welcomed, like, graciously in the Windsor music scene, and all we want to do is have fun and a good time. But now I think we really want to try and write the best things that we can.
Awesome.
And work with, you know, this great community. Like, we're hanging out with more musicians now, and hopefully we can even write and do more projects, not just Hutch, something else even.
Right. Yeah. Windsor has as for being a small city, has a really closely knit musical community and a really wide range of styles and genres, but yet it's still kind of this whole community. You know, everyone is there to sort of help each other or support each other however they can. You know. And that's one thing I've always loved about that city is, you know.
And we all meet at Fog Lounge, man. That's where we all meet.
There you go. Yeah, Fog Lounge, right. PHOG, Fog Lounge. Love it. Awesome. All right. Sir. Well, let's get into this next song here, shall we? This is called Every Now and Then. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about this, and I will roll right into it.
This one, yeah, every now and then, like we said, the video footage is all from East Coast, fun times that we had out there. And you'll see Robbie's very happy when he's driving over the Confederate Bridge.
Very nice. Here you go, guys. You check this out. This is called Every Now and Then from HUTTCH.
Every now and then, I just feel so lost, looking through my empty fridge, calculating cost. Every night before, not that will arrive, I'm worried that my mind won't make it out alive. Woo! Every now and then, I will think too hard on the little things that bring no meaning to my heart. Every now and then, I've got to open up the blinds, let the sunlight in, even if it hurts on the eyes. I know if I give up, regret will only fill my cup. I'd rather just try it on. Don't put it on, put it on, put it on, put it on. Yeah, 'cause you gotta live for what you do. What you want ain't coming soon. When you sleep in the noon, only words won't get through. Gotta live for what you do. Every now and then, I have too much fun, chasing around in pretty things and getting nothing done. Every now and then, yeah, well, I pick myself up, cash my losing and I will trade them in for luck. Huh. Gonna do C and B. You can watch me put it on, put it on, put it on, put it on. Yeah, 'cause you gotta live for what you do. What you want ain't coming soon. When you sleep in the noon, only words won't get through. Gotta live for what you do.
Alrighty. Every now and then from Hutch. That's a cool song. That's a fun one. I think everybody liked that one, right? Yes, they did.
That's right. A little bit of an older one, but
it's cool. It's got a good vibe, good groove. It's a fun song. Awesome. Good stuff, man. That's great. So I want to talk one last thing before we wrap up. I want to make sure that we cover all of your social links and all of the good stuff to make sure that everyone knows how to find Hutch and where they can get your music and your merchandise and how they can support you guys. So why don't you tell me all you can and everything we need to know on how to find our way to Hutch.
All the social links on anything, Instagram, Twitter, or whatnot, at Hutch Band, and YouTube is Hutched Up. And basically what we would love if everybody to do is just keep listening to tunes, listen on the Spotify. We have some YouTube videos, and we're going to keep putting up lots of our own creations, and probably more from our buddy Ryan Bro. And
awesome.
You can always hit us up on honestly any of the social media things. Me, Robbie, and Zach, we all share it on our phones. So we get a lot of jokes about it. They don't know who they're talking to if it's one of us, and people try and guess it all the time.
Nice.
But yeah, so we're very open. We do this all ourselves, and for the most part, and with a lot of gracious help with friends.
Nice. Get by with a little help from our friends, huh?
That's absolutely right, my
that's
friend.
Good. So I did post your hutch.bandcamp.com. It's up in the top corner, wherever it is.
Nice.
And so that's there, but you also have some merch on there as well. You had sent me a link to some long sleeve shirts. Is that right? You have some Hutch.
Yes, that's the newest batch that we got, and like I said, you can go to the Bandcamp, and our buddy Rick was the one who did the design for us, and it turned out really nice. We just we're trying to do as much more things as possible ourselves.
Sure.
And Zach's been doing a great job too, doing a lot of the logo designs and whatnot, and I'm going to help him, obviously, more with that stuff.
Well, you're not writing as many lyrics now, so you have more time on your hands.
I need to catch up on some lyrics. I'm being hounded, I think.
Oh, they're coming at you, huh?
And also, I'm going to be doing another song thing with another friend from Windsor named Ron Leary. He's forcing, kind of us to keep writing songs every 2 weeks or so and check in and perform them for each other.
Oh,
so
nice.
That'll be a fun little project. Yeah.
Great.
There's always ways to, stay occupied with this.
All right. Yeah, that's right. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that you guys are still going and doing stuff, and I love everything that I've heard so far, and I definitely look forward to hearing more from you guys as soon as you can. And please, by all means, keep me informed, and I would love to have you on the show again, as you guys continue to move forward and release new material. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. It was a real pleasure of mine to have you on the show. I hope everyone had a good time. Did everybody have fun? Yes. Yeah, you don't know this yet, but I have special effects, and it's a whole thing.
I bet it's a million people watching too, baby.
Nobody cares about my special effects, Sebastian.
I care.
Thank you so much. I'm glad. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for being here, Sebastian. It was a pleasure. Stick around. We're going to chat. I'll give you a little tour of the studio afterwards.
I love that.
Yeah, hang around. I'm just going to say goodbye to everyone and thank them all for being here. But ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sebastian Abt from HUTTCH on the show tonight. Thank you for being here, my friend.
Thanks, Garrett. Thank you, man.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being here and joining me. Sebastian was super great. Nice guest. That's the first time him and I have ever had the chance to talk. So it's always nice, to meet fellow musicians, especially from my hometown of Windsor, and original bands and original artists who are out there, putting their art out into the world and finding ways to kind of move through all of what's going on right now. So I want to thank you guys, of course, for joining me on Bands Across the Water. I'm going to do one more time before I head out. I'm going to head to the pets. I know everybody likes the pets. I know I sure like the pets. Sebastian, if you have a pet, I want a picture. I don't know if he has a pet or not, but we'll get to that. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Please like my Facebook page, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course Twitch as well. It's great to have you all here. Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for checking in, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. As always, next Sunday, I look forward to seeing you. Let's get to that one more time, shall we? Next Sunday. That's right. Next week, I will be speaking with my pal, Mr. Angelo Coppola from the band The Lows, a band out of Michigan, the Detroit area here. Looking forward to it. Elsie Binks had the pleasure of doing a show with them at least once that I can recall. I believe it was at the Shelter. So anyway, I want to invite you all to join me next week. In the meantime, thank you for being here. Please, as you can, like, subscribe, share to, of course, HUTTCH on all the socials, and myself as well, and Elsie Binks. And remember to tune in on Twitch. You will find Elsie Binks doing all sorts of stuff there, twitch.tv/Elsie Binks. So in the meantime, folks, thank you all for joining me. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thank you so much. Here's the pets.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh yeah!